Hello everybody, it's Donna from Enchanted. Now I'm in the unstable tea room and I've been noticing some behaviour that's I'm curious about and it bothers me, and I just thought I would let everybody know what's going on. It's about Brenda, who is our queen buff-tailed bumblebee, who has her colony in the wall here. I identified her in early March and people have been coming here and meeting Brenda and her daughters ever since. So let's have a look at what's going on with her. Now, I've got the first thing that made me think to look. I found a little dead, obviously not a queen, identified as a buff-tailed bumblebee. I don't know if you're going to be able to follow this, so if I just leave the camera there. We're only in mid-June, and the thing I'm worried about is because we've had such really poor weather, the bumblebees haven't been able to fly. They haven't really had enough time to forage. So I sat in the tea room and I was really concerned that perhaps, you know, they're starving in there. I thought, right, well, you know, if the butterflies can't fly in the wind and the rain, which we've had recently, and none of the other pollinators seem to be able to, then it's surely it means that the colony, whilst it's grown, they're literally starving to death. So I have put in a watering station here in the shade, and obviously we've had really great weather for bees and other pollinators this time of year. But my problem is that I now seem to have 4 or 5 queen buff-tailed bumblebees. At first I thought it was Brenda, and I thought, well, maybe she's doing her shift to try and keep the colony growing. So every time I saw a queen, I thought, you know, it's going to be Brenda. Now, apparently, I've just tried to check where I can, and there is a possibility that what has happened is that the colony is coming to the end of its active life cycle already. That's a little worker, little daughter. I thought that the queen bumblebee laid queen bumblebee eggs and male eggs right at the back end of the year, so that they would then hibernate, the colony would finish, and that would be that. I'm now thinking that maybe Brenda's colony has reached the end of its active period and she's already laid queen eggs. It's already been a success, and so she's come to the end of her natural life cycle. And I say this to children and everybody who's met Brenda and her colony. This is completely okay and natural. This isn't anything to be sad about if the colony has come to the end of its life expectancy. So this is nature. This is nature. So just what happens, it's completely natural. It's pollinators going through their life cycle, and we need to deal with that. We need to look at this as not a problem. Death is a problem in human society. We see it as an insult and almost a crime. You're really not allowed to die. And look, I've got this little darling right here. All right, all right. Whereas in nature, of course, we still have a natural balance. We still have life as it should be, beginning and ending. And for those of you who have seen all the hoo-ha with Chris Packham about Springwatch, just doing exactly the same as I'm trying to do, not just showing you the frilly bits of nature and the natural environment, not just cherry coating, sugar coating and cherry picking what you can and can't see, because that's not real. You might just as well be watching a soap opera or one of those drama programs. It's not real, it's a fantasy. So let's keep it truthful and honest and real. This is what happens in nature. Take care, my lovelies. Bye-bye.